You might think that one of North Korea's biggest grievances and one of the major obstacles standing in the way of denuclearization, therefore, is the US military presence in South Korea. But that might not be the case, based on a newly published memoir by former US Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, titled "Never Give an Inch: Fighting for the America I Love." And Pompeo is a man who's been up close and personal with North Korean negotiators, as well as leader Kim Jong-un, having frequented the North during the height of diplomacy that led to 3 historic meetings between then US President Donald Trump and the North Korean leader in 2018 and 19. During daily life here in Seoul, it's easy to forget the American military presence these days. There are, in fact, some 28,500 US troops here, not to mention combat planes, attack helicopters, tanks, and missile launchers. But the biggest presence is felt away to the south of Seoul in Pyeongtaek, where Camp Humphreys is actually the biggest of all American overseas military bases. We regularly hear about joint South Korean-US defense drills, as well as the occasional visit of some of the most powerful American military hardware. And North Korea has also routinely condemned these drills and the American threat, using it to justify its development of nuclear weapons in the face of global sanctions. Yet, could North Korea also be concerned about another threat, not here in the south, but further north? According to Pompeo, North Korea rather considers US troops in South Korea as a protection against Chinese dominance. He writes that during his first meeting with Kim Jong-un in Pyongyang, he told Kim that the Chinese Communist Party, or CCP, had consistently told the United States that American forces leaving South Korea would make Chairman Kim happy. The North Korean leader apparently laughed and called the Chinese liars, saying he needed the Americans in South Korea to protect him from the CCP, and that the CCP needs the Americans out so they can treat the peninsula like Tibet and Xinjiang. Pompeo adds that Kim did commit to completely getting rid of his nuclear weapons, saying they were a massive economic burden and made his nation a pariah in the eyes of the world. But what we have heard North Korea say publicly is rather different. The North is now accelerating its development of nuclear weapons, consistently stressing their importance. And let's not forget that Pyongyang openly criticized the US for gangster-like behavior after talks with Pompeo in 2018. Now, if we assume Pompeo's being honest in his memoir, then it looks like the North was playing China and the US against each other, seeing what it might achieve from dialogue. And all this remains just as relevant today, with an ongoing dialogue stalemate and a nuclear threat that's only growing.